God, I love soda. I need to really start drinking more seltzer.
It's good stuff.
Seltzer's gross.
I used to think that, and now I still kind of do, but I love carbonation so much that I'm still willing to put up with it. Because to me, I'd rather have seltzer than diet soda. Ugh.
I'd rather not drink soda if that's the case.
Diet soda's worse for you, man.
I know, and also it tastes disgusting.
I don't know, man. A Diet Coke once in a while ain't too bad.
The only diet soda I've ever been able to enjoy for whatever reason, Fresca.
I didn't even know that was diet.
Fresca.
Yeah, Fresca. Regular Fresca is diet.
Okay.
What, do you know what's not diet?
Doom.
Fresca.
Dr. fucking Doom.
Oh shit!
Doom is thick.
This is the Layman's Guide to the Multiverse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Layman's Guide to the Multiverse, where we dive through the panels and break through the fourth wall. Sorry, I fucked that up.
I'm keeping that in as well.
Oh, really? Oh, you know what? That's fine.
Cold-blooded.
You know
Hey,
what? You know why I'm
people
keeping
need-
all that in?
No,
you know why I'm keeping all that in?
people
'Cause
need to see the process.
This is a dictatorship.
Okay.
There is no democracy here.
Oh,
Okay.
you sound like you run your own country.
I do run my own country, little do you know. It's a small little country called Latveria.
Ooh.
Paulo finally became the CEO of Layman's Guide to the Multiverse LLC.
I've been telling you guys that that's where this
Yeah.
is going, and
No, no.
you guys never believe me.
First off,
But here we are.
We didn't, and I respect your initiative, but I'm outside your jurisdiction. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Layman's Guide to the Multiverse, where we dive between the panels and break through the fourth wall to answer all of your comic book questions. Tonight's topic. You know what? Let me just shut up. Tonight's topic. Paulo, why don't you tell us?
Well, that's better because the lashings would have continued until morale improves.
I do like that Doug started using his either his stripper DJ voice or his radio morning zoo voice.
They're the same
Next
thing.
is over to Paulo.
Oh man, what if you're the stripper announcer, but you think you're a Z Morning Zoo guy?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's the same job. You can literally do them simultaneously.
Coming to the stage, Cinnamon.
And next on the top 40, we got some more Matchbox 20.
But before that, let's listen to a crank call we did.
Soundboard.
before we go too off the rails, there's a reason why I am
We failed already. Sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
so passionately dictatorial. Is that a word?
No, it's not. No, it's
That's
not.
not a word.
You're just being a
Whatever.
dick.
The reason I'm running this
Dictatorial.
podcast tonight is because we're going to be talking about Doctor Doom,
Ooh.
in my opinion, the preeminent of Marvel villains. Like, I'm sorry,
No, stop
Thanos is a
apologizing
bitch.
before you get thrown in the gulag.
Thanos is a bitch. All right, I hate Thanos. He ain't doing shit without his Infinity Gauntlet.
I mean, that's a truism.
Yeah, of course it's true, because only Doom does things. Doom's great.
This Galactus shows up once every 40 years
He's
and then
like
runs away
Bro
from Stretch Armstrong.
And then cowers in the face of Doom and flees.
I mean,
That
as,
big purple dude with a fork on his head is like, bro, I'm hungry.
as the Marvel Cinematic Universe has already exposed to us through the art of memes, Thanos has one key weakness.
This is asshole.
Yeah.
Thanos pooping is not canon. He is an alien. We do not know how he processes his nutrients. But do you know what we do know? That Doom, somebody that we can trust and respect, is a human being just like us. Except better because he is Doom!
Yeah,
I mean, he's also a doctor, so
a doctor of
Yes,
what?
Thanos a doctor.
Of Doom. He is a
Thugonomics.
doctor of Doom.
Because I mean, that's
As accredited by Victor Von Doom.
no, but I mean, like Doctor Doom, he's not a very well fleshed out character as far as mainstream goes. I feel because the only shakes he's had is I think it was 1990. The Fantastic Four movie that Marvel made just so they could hold on to the rights.
Oh,
I was about to
VHS
argue
one?
with you. I was about to argue with you that how dare you say that Doom is not fleshed out?
In the movies.
In the
In the
movies, you
movies.
are correct. In the movies, he
in
has
the
had
Western American imperialist movies.
he has not had a single solid depiction.
I mean, let's go through them
In
real
there.
quick. I mean, we have the that really cheesy Fantastic Four movie. We have the 2004 one.
Which one? They're all
Oh
the
my
really
god, they're
cheesy
all
Fantastic
really
Four
bad.
movies.
Do you understand? My wife refuses, absolutely refuses to read a Fantastic Four comic or take Doom seriously because Jessica Alba played Susan
What's wrong
Richards.
with-
Susan Storm.
What's
I'm
wrong with
sorry.
Jessica Alba?
Those movies, or I should say the director to those movies, made her quit acting.
Is that what happened? That
I
is
thought-
what happened, right?
I thought she quit acting for
Wasn't she
Motherhood.
in Machete?
No, she was.
That was Danny Trejo.
I don't think so.
I see
you
how you
sure?
can make that mistake. They're both beautiful.
Danny Trejo is beautiful.
Yeah, no, that definitely was Jessica Alba in Machete. I just looked it up.
That should be the face under Doom's helmet. Like that should be his fucked up face. It should be Danny
Jessica- Oh, I
Trejo.
thought you were going to say Jessica Alba. I was like, how dare you?
Danny Trejo, aka the voice of Boots the monkey, or is he the fox?
You fucking with Doom home?
Doom, don't text.
No, but in all seriousness, Doom doesn't text.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Like honestly, the movies have done zero to actually make him any way, shape, or form like actually the villain that he's supposed to be.
The hero to properly represent the glory of Doom.
I love the fact that Doom is that Doug today is making sure I stay on point for the fact that Doom isn't a villain. Doom is a hero. Doom is everything. Doom is the man who's rescued Latveria from this horrible baron that was overrunning the country and just in general done really great things for the country.
Doom wears a giant metal body condom and a green lead.
I was going to
but
say a
before-
small metal trash can with holes punched out for the eyes.
Ooh.
No. But before we Latharians, we have only turnip and genocide.
What
Now
accent is that?
now we have turnip. No genocide. None.
No genocide. Doom doesn't do genocide.
So apparently Latveria is somewhere near India, going off Doug's accent.
Okay, so first off, well spotted. Right next to India, snug in Eastern Europe in the Carpathian Mountains, is the fictional country of Latveria.
I mean, and just to kind of bring this all back to actually talking about the history of this character. So the first time we see him is all the way back in July of 1962.
I wasn't even born yet.
Yo, none of us were born yet. So to be quite honest with you, like this character goes so far back that none of us could talk to like the beginnings of it
As
at
the,
all.
as the oldest of us, haha, I can finally take advantage of that, Paulo. I can say that somebody born in that year could have drank legally in America the year I was born. So yeah, that is way
You
after
were
all of
older
our
than
time.
me by 5 days.
I thought you were
One
going to say
day.
like 10 minutes.
No, it's one day, Paulo.
Oh, it is one day. What does that show you about how much I know our birthday? For our birthdays are apart.
Hey, no, it's just I only remember because I'm like, are you kidding me? I have to be the oldest person in this podcast because of one fucking day?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
do, but I am owning it and taking advantage of it one of the few times I can.
If you're owning it, how much did you pay for it? Was it like on sale on Amazon or something? Do you have
Oh,
Prime? Did it come
Ed,
early?
Ed, I'm worthless.
Are you just leasing it then?
I don't believe you lease garbage. I mean, I suppose you could.
I don't know. Last time I was anywhere near a Chrysler dealership, they had cars on lease there. So I mean,
We are definitely not getting sponsored. By
Yeah.
Chrysler.
I was going to say the layman's guide to the multiverse, sponsored by.
sponsored
and not
Chrysler.
Chrysler.
But yeah, not correct.
Yeah, it's not. We're not sponsored by any specific car company. We are specifically not.
look, I
sponsored
wrote
by
them a letter. I asked them to send me my own personal Hellcat, and they haven't done it. So now they pay the price.
First of all, Chrysler no longer owns Dodge, if I recall correctly.
No, Fiat
This is a
does.
Dodge.
Is it Fiat that still owns them? Whatever. This isn't a car podcast. What are you doing?
This is a Dodge.
Okay, so how many horses Doom got under the engine?
He is
That's a
metal.
really good
He
question.
is metal.
He is metal. He
My
is
car
metal.
engine's metal.
Well, what's funny is okay. So
Doom's a car engine.
He looks like one. His armor, okay. What kills me is his armor is so freaking stupid looking.
Where did he get his armor?
He built it. He built his own armor.
Oh, with Legos? What did he do?
He is a self-made man.
Well, he did have the assistance. He was the master, but he had the assistance of Tibetan science monks.
It's not a real
Now,
thing.
did they, wait.
That is-
So they had that all fleshed out in 1962 when he was created.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
Okay.
He
So
was
Doom
he was
actually-
named Doctor Fucking Doom. I'm breaking kayfabe for a second and just saying, get with him. It was 1962. This is a bit. Now and back in character. Continue speaking of the majesty of Doom.
So, all right, they didn't even give Doom a proper origin story for like 2 fucking years. So like Stan Lee and Jack Kirby just decided, all right, we need a bad guy, like a serious fucking bad guy for the Fantastic Four.
They went with a guy named Doctor Doom.
Yeah, they went with a guy named Doctor Doom. They didn't get he honestly had nothing. Nobody knew anything about him except that he was this fucking dude who invented time travel and trapped the Fantastic Four in the past and made them fight Blackbeard, the pirate.
I thought it was silly the X-Men keep fighting Dracula.
Both are silly.
Yeah, you're
They're
both
both
right.
really silly. Not wrong. Not
Yeah,
wrong at all.
Like a one-off with the X-Men versus Dracula. Okay, fun story. But the fact that he is a recurring villain, yeah, that's ridiculous. But yeah, go continue.
Okay, so Doctor Doom's big feat for the time, he sends you
Foot
back
dive.
sends you back to fight Blackbeard. It kind of just sounds like he was just, your typical Silver Age jobber.
That's kind of what he was, to be honest with you.
He was a villain of the week.
Yeah,
Or
he
month,
was.
whatever.
Yeah, they wanted to build him up to be like this badass character, but they didn't flesh him out. They didn't give him any type of like background story.
They didn't know how to. The medium was in its infancy.
That's also true. Like you got to remember something. Fantastic Four, number 5 came out back in July of 1962.
Yeah,
like these are.
Yeah, if you're looking for groundbreaking storytelling in comic books, you're not going to find it in the 60s.
No.
But to that point though, I've heard the Fantastic Four referred to as Stan Lee's baby.
Well, they are his baby. Like that's the thing. The Fantastic Four were like his big creation. Like, I mean, ironically enough, a lot of other big characters made their start in the Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
Spider-Man,
Yeah.
his first appearance was in Fantastic Four.
Number 2, right?
Number 2, exactly. So like you're talking about like this is kind of where the ground was broken for other big characters, and Doom, in my opinion, is one of them. Especially when you start talking about the things that he did afterwards. But
Oh yeah, he's grown into such an important character.
at first he was kind of a joke. Like they wanted him to be like. So I read somewhere that like Jack Kirby actually, when he designed the character, he wanted him to represent like death. So like the actual like that's the reason that his mask is like so stupid looking that it looks like a skull. It's because he wanted him to represent like death and whatnot.
Hmm.
Yeah. He's like,
so,
this guy's going to be a villain, and
Yeah.
you're going to be extra sure because look how evil his death face is.
look how evil his death face is.
We're gonna call him something evil and mean like
Doom.
Doctor
Yeah.
Deathface. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know, Professor Murder.
That sounds like Professor
Henry
Xavier's
Killinger
name.
that they couldn't use. We
all right,
Yeah.
but anyway, though, so like you're saying, Fantastic Four, it was kind of like how should I say it? It was kind of like a testing ground, I guess you can say, almost for like kind of crazier concepts and stuff like that. And Doctor Doom kind of came from that.
If by that you mean comic books from the 30s to the 70s, yes.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but I mean, everything I've always read about the history of Fantastic Four, like that's where they really got a little experimental with things, and
Because the Fantastic Four was fucking weird.
Because
And,
they
like,
were
the-
adventurers and
yeah.
not heroes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the science part of the Fantastic Four was supposed to be one of the weirder parts of comic books. And like I said, that's the reason why so much, like, that's why they had Doom be like, he dabbled in time travel, was because this is where you have the idea where you can introduce something crazy like time travel at the time. Because like at the time, you don't have much time travel in mainstream anything.
yeah. Oh, that and I didn't want to like cut you guys off, but Stan Lee as a kid always really loved science, and if it was up to him, he would have wanted to become like a scientist. He was never good at science, so he's fucking terrible at it. So he just took his love for this thing that he wasn't good at, and just wrote crazy stories.
Oh, so he Philip K. Dicked it.
I'm all right with that, man, because he gave us some of the more interesting stuff back then, and like I said, it expands. Like, so Doctor Doom he was supposed to be, like I said, a foil for Reed Richards. Reed Richards is supposed to be like the smartest man in the Marvel universe, so Doom is a second to him.
Right.
He had all these technological powers. He's the one who invented time travel in the Marvel universe. He's the first person to actually use it in the Marvel universe.
True.
His suit was like by one of the more technologically advanced suits for the time. Like, this is before Iron Man came around, so technically a precursor for Iron Man too.
Nice.
You know what's funny is I actually had not made that connection, that I forgot that Doom predated Iron Man.
Yeah, so like the idea of a metal suit of armor that gives you powers.
Yeah. Doom was a year ahead of the curve, if I'm not mistaken. Iron Man was 63, correct?
I believe so. I don't remember the exact date. You'd have to go back and listen to our Iron Man episode if you
Which
want to
is
do
funny
that.
because I was the guy like giving all the dates back then, but I'm like, wait, what was that?
Anyway, so in either case, so you got the precursor to Iron Man with his suit. He shoot raid beams from his suit. He could fly. It gave him protection from like massive explosions. He was supposed to be like one of the smartest men in the Marvel universe. All that other stuff.
Yeah, super strong. All that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. And on top of that, they give him the ability to like he create these robots that are exact replicas of him and his suit.
Ooh.
Called Doombots.
Exact can vary from writer to writer, story to story, but yes, they have his personality. They it can if you don't destroy them and find out that, hey, look at all these wires and bits inside, you think they're him because they look exactly like him.
Yeah, they speak like him. They act like him. They have the same power sets. They have to the point where he actually is able to embed his personality into it, and some of them actually believe that they're the real Doom.
A lot of them do. And actually, do you know what really surprised me? Maybe they have done this and I just haven't heard about it or read it, but how has Marvel never done a storyline about how S.H.I.E.L.D. stole the idea for life model decoys from Doom's Doombots?
Was it stolen or was
but
that's
what I'm saying. It wasn't stolen. That's what I'm saying. They've never done the storyline. That is a natural storyline that they should do because Doom was the pioneer of this, and they should show fucking S.H.I.E.L.D. ripping Doom off for his tech.
I want like a Venture Brothers style clone versus clone thing going on with us.
Which clones?
I want a bunch of Doombots versus a bunch of life model decoys.
Well,
I just want an army of Nick Fury versus an army of Doombots.
Okay, they're Nick Fury life model decoys. That was.
Are we talking Sam Jackson, Nick Fury, or are we talking David Hasselhoff, Nick Fury?
I'm talking about both.
All right, you're starting to lose me on the life now. So let's go back to Doctor Doom real quick. So he's So he's got Doombots. He's got basically a precursor to Iron Man's power thanks to the suit. He has great technical abilities if he's able to set up time travel and stuff like that. So when exactly, in what year do they actually say, okay, yeah, let's flesh this guy out. He's a good character.
They don't decide a year. It takes a long time.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those things where organically he was beginning to be written into more and more series.
Mm.
He was more than just a villain for the Fantastic Four after a while. And then during the 80s is when he starts to they shifted him from being just this technological genius to start dabbling in magic.
They did.
So he steals the Silver Surfer's powers. Now, if you don't know who the Silver Surfer is, a really quick recap is he's that one silver dude who's running around naked on a surfboard.
Or you can just watch the Fantastic Four too.
Never would have pieced that together.
Or you could watch the terrible Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Wait, wasn't
he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Wasn't
you don't have to do that.
Wasn't the Silver Surfer played by Alan Tudyk? Whatever you say his last name.
No,
Tudyk.
Did he?
I thought that was the voice. I think was he?
I gotta go look that up.
He might have been the voice. That sounds familiar.
I'm googling that right now. Googling right now. Give me 1 second. That has a 37% on Rotten Tomatoes, just so you guys are aware. That's how terrible that fucking movie is.
Hey, that means it's better than 1/3.
That CGI looks like it's aged fabulously.
Oh, it is.
It's aged like milk.
Captain America, our current Captain America was Johnny Storm in that movie.
Yeah, we all.
Oh
that,
crap!
right?
It was Lawrence Fishburne.
Was it?
No,
Lawrence
the
Fishburne?
voice.
He
No,
wasn't
the
Johnny
voice.
Storm.
No, the Silver Surfer.
I know.
Oh man, boy, did I screw that up.
In either case, so Doom steals the Silver Surfer's powers. Pretty much just like what happens in that movie. He steals his powers, the power cosmic, which is probably one of the more powerful kind of forces in the Marvel universe. The sources of power.
It's probably the most powerful.
Is it?
Why do they call all of the ethereal, like abstract beings of godlike power in Marvel the cosmic beings?
Okay, fair enough. So he steals his powers for like a little while. Obviously, as a jobber does, and a villain does. He loses the powers eventually. He doesn't hold on to them for too long. But the idea of Doom actually taking people's powers and becoming stronger as a result, kind of stayed with the character. So
it has.
Yeah, so a little bit later on, they do the big Secret Wars crossover, which we've spoken about, I think, once or twice in the podcast.
The toy crossover.
Yeah, the toy crossover, which is pretty much just what can we do to sell more toys? Oh, let's make all our heroes fight each other in one place.
Yeah, no.
Also, Spider-Man has all these lines on his costume, like that webbing and shit. Like that's hard.
Let's get
Dye
rid of
him
that.
black.
Easier to paint for the toys. No, I absolutely love that story of Hasbro being like, yo, we need new action figures and you don't have any cartoons. Write us a fucking comic book, you nerds.
I mean, that's not the only, like, I'm not going to get into it too much, but that's not the only comic book line that was started to sell toys.
Oh,
like
not
G.I. Joe's.
by a long shot,
like,
that's not the only.
Exactly. But like, let's not get into that. So Secret Wars happens. And during Secret Wars, this kind of supreme being called the Beyonder.
Yeah, it's almost like he was beyond things.
Yes. He kind of teleports all of these different heroes and villains onto a place that he calls Battle World and has them just kind of fight it out. It's a battle royale pretty much.
Ooh.
Dr. Doom takes his powers and kind of becomes a god for like a little while as well.
Yeah. So
like,
he,
or as
he
close
tricks,
to God as he can. Yeah.
He tricks the omnipotent, omniscient being.
That's pretty
just goes
hardcore.
to show you exactly.
Yeah,
Like-
that's not me like going, how stupid is this story? That is me going, no, this is Doom.
No, that's what Doom does.
He tricked God.
A god. Let's clarify. A god, because the Marvel universe has way too many.
Okay, yeah, but the thing is when I say God, he was God. Like I don't mean like Thor, like, hey, I'm really strong, I can lift a mountain. No, I mean like, hey, can you do anything you want? Like, what do you mean? Like, can you snap your fingers and create a new universe? Yeah. Can you destroy that universe? Yeah, of course. Like,
Can I trick you into giving me your powers? Yeah.
damn it!
Yeah, sure.
Duck season, fire!
He's like, hey, Beyonder, what's your credit card number and social security?
That is essentially what happened, though.
It's
Hey,
what
Beyonder, check
happened,
it
yeah.
out. If you write down your social security number, it automatically becomes stars. Write it down and post it. Try it.
Yeah, it's like Victor Von Doom's just like, so Yahweh, let's have a talk.
Yahweh, let's have a talk.
Can you give me the CSV number on the back of your credit card and the name of your favorite pet?
It turns out Yahweh's mom's name is Gertrude. Who would have thought?
In any case, so this is during the 80s. So now the 80s happen. They start writing him to be a bigger kind of villain, and that's kind of the status quo. Like he starts getting written into new stuff. He starts getting into not too much, but it's not until like the 2000s that he starts to get like a bigger push into like the main villainhood, if you will.
I agree, but I just want to say that it was a slow but organic push. He continually got more important throughout the 90s as well.
Yeah.
He just grew to become like larger and larger part of the Marvel universe as a whole until people finally realized, and I think it's like in the 90s or late 80s that people realized, hey, is it just me or is like Dr. Doom like just objectively the best supervillain? And everyone's like, yeah, he's like the supervillain every other supervillain aspires to be.
I mean, that's kind of what Stan Lee and Jack Kirby had in mind when they created him. They wanted him.
That's all they had. This guy's going to be a huge villain. Huge.
Yes, and it just became that. Like,
yeah.
During the 80s, like we didn't have as many big crossovers. Like we had big crossovers, don't get me wrong, but they weren't like what we have now, like these big commercial crossovers that are like massive, just like,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna cross over through all the comic lines and everything like that.
Yeah. So if you
We
want to
want
follow
your
the series, read the
Yeah.
main series, which is 9 issues. It comes out every other week, and also read these 42 tie-ins per week.
We want your money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Give me your money.
So in 2000, Mark Waid writes a small run.
Oh no.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he writes a storyline called Unthinkable, which is kind of like where they start to kind of aim Doom more towards to be like a legit just villain, because at this point we've fleshed out the fact that he is like the ruler of Latveria. He's the monarch of that country.
Mhm.
He rules it well,
The mighty
Mm.
monarch.
and he gets
Okay. Yeah, kind of, but
yeah.
he's a little more like, I am the shit and I really should be in charge. Just like, even before they introduce the part we're going to get to later, it's more like, I should be in charge because I am the best and I deserve it.
Yeah, it's kind of what he does. He believes it too. Like this man actually believes his own hype. He is the hype,
Yes.
if you will. But just to kind of make a long story short, so they write this issue Unthinkable. It's where he does kind of like one of his most heinous acts is where he sacrifices. First of all, he forsakes technology. Like he decides he's not going to use technology anymore. He's going to focus only on magic.
Nope. Fuck it. Don't like it anymore.
Yeah, don't like it anymore. I'm just gonna fucking do magic from now on. And he creates a suit of leather armor with the help of a trio of demons, where he sacrifices his one true love to them and then makes her into a suit of leather that ups his magical powers.
That's fucking metal.
So is he wearing that on top of his other suit of armor?
No, he just starts to wear that as regular.
It's crafted to kind of like be like a leather version of his old armor, but he's just wearing the skin of his demon flayed love.
That is
Yeah.
gross.
That is gross. Oh, so we'll talk about a little bit more about why that's so important after the break. But I think this is a good time where we can let the readers just kind of sink that in, that this is a man who turned his one true love into a suit of armor for himself.
To advance his agenda, because his agenda stands before all, because Doom stands before all. Doom is all, and Doom will make right.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the Doom Agenda is my new metal band.
We'll be back, guys.
See, for my metal band, I was going to go with, flayed skin armor.
Demon blade skin armor.
Thank
I
you.
was going to say,
I'm pretty sure that's the first single of Doom Agenda.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and we're back. All right. More Dr. Doom. So, what we know of him so far: started his career as a early 1960s Silver Age jobber.
Silver Age legend, Doom is all.
For 2 years, he was a Silver Age jobber before he made his way to Legendary.
I love how we just like
There's no sold that.
Because
Doug just fucking power bombed him, and he was like, "Nope," just stood back up.
Doom no sells. There you go.
Doom has no need to sell. Doom has all. Doom claims all. Doom rules all.
All right. Anyway, Doom, Big Bad from Latvia, from weight unknown, height
Latveria.
height unknown, weight unknown. Super suit, it gives him flying, increased durability. He's able to knock people back in time. He has bots, and became Silver Surfer, tricked the god into giving up his powers. And to top it all off, some point in the early 2000s, he turned his girlfriend into a gimp suit. So there you go.
You know, I'm so mad because you're not wrong.
All of
Like
that's
that
correct.
was all of that's correct.
Doom is unpleased, but you are not technically incorrect.
So where do we go from here, Paulo?
All right. So
Where do we go from here?
like I said, the 2000s is where we finally start to getting a much more fleshed out Doom. So to speak.
No pun intended.
No pun
Oh,
intended.
Jesus.
Obviously, they beat Dr. Doom and his new leather suit, and they banish him to hell.
Nice.
Why would they do that though? Because Doom could just like
Well,
get his way out.
I'll put
he's
it like
Doom.
this: the demons took him.
The
the demons that he worked to gain his magical powers with. They were just like, oh, we're gonna get banished. Looks like we're taking you with us.
Oh, may I make one point?
Go ahead.
Those poor demons.
Well, needless to say, Doom Claw. So, this is also at the point in time where Ragnarok happens. Now, if you don't know what Ragnarok is the Twilight of the Gods, where Odin, Thor, all the Marvel Viking gods, bite the dust.
Yeah. It's a cyclical nature of the Norse pantheon being destroyed and rebirthed.
Yes.
It's happened multiple times throughout history.
Yes. So, Mjolnir falls through like the cosmos, like that's Thor's hammer. It falls through the cosmos and it rips a hole through like various different universe and dimensions. And one of those universes is Earth and Hell. And Doom manages to claw his way back out. So he claws his way back out, and that's where we get like probably at the time, Ed Brubaker was the writer that like you went to for really good stories.
He was a great writer. He is a good writer. Sorry, I don't know why I said was. He's around.
He hasn't written as much lately, but at this time he writes the Books of Doom. Now,
so good.
Wait, did you say Brubaker hasn't written anything recently?
I haven't read anything by Brubaker lately.
Doesn't he? It's him. No, that's Matt Fraction that writes Sex Criminals.
Doesn't he write the Hulk now?
No.
Why did I think that? Why did I think he wrote the Invincible Hulk or the Unkillable?
The Immortal Hulk.
Immortal Hulk.
He's immortal.
I know Dave Brubeck wrote Take 5.
Ooh.
What?
No,
case.
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking Sex Criminals, but that's Matt Fraction.
No, that's Matt Fraction. Yeah.
And Matt Fraction and Brubaker wrote Iron Fist, and it's really good. You should go read it.
Oh my god, that is so good. That's a really great book. You need to go read it. Also, that's related to Doom because Iron Fist worked with Luke Cage. Luke Cage back in the 70s beat up Doom over $200.
Yeah.
Nice.
We will talk about that later.
That is factually accurate, but not the type that Doom approves of.
So, Books of Doom is where we get an actual fleshed out origin story for Doom. It really goes back and covers pretty much everything. The reason that his mother passed away, some of the more nuanced things about Doom, like the fact that he has an eidetic memory. It goes back in time and explains to us why what happened to his father, how Doom ended up in the United States, why he hates Reed Richards, why he blames Reed Richards for the explosion that happened. It's important to add, and one of the things that we forgot to mention. Doom wears a mask over his face.
Oh yeah, this
we don't technically know what's under Doom's face. We've only heard
what's
stories
under
that
his
like
face? I'm pretty sure it's his fucking bone, and under that is like his brain, like his eyes.
I mean, technically the
He's
face
human,
of
right?
Doom, the face of Doom is his mask. How dare
Would it
you?
hurt if I take
Okay?
off the mask?
Well,
It depends on the take, man. That's the thing. That's what Paulo's getting at. Shut your mouth. Listen to the Herald of Doom.
I like that. Yes. So during the process of and different writers write it differently. Supposedly, Doom is horribly scarred under his mask.
Baby.
From that explosion from the cursed Richards.
From the explosion caused by Richards, supposedly. We don't know how fucked up his face actually is because he has it bandaged up and he doesn't want anybody to see it until the point in time where now a lot of people say he just has like a small scar on his face.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it. Or like what they describe that happens in the Books of Doom is he works with these techno monks to create his suit of armor. And in his, folly and desire for
Hubris, if you will.
Yes, hubris, if you will, exactly. The idiot puts on the mask before it's done cooling off and burns his face further.
Smooth.
Fucking dickhead. Look at him.
I will say that's not from the Books of Doom, but that is a take that has happened and one that I actually very much like. Just because imagine like this really handsome guy who's brilliant and perfect in almost every way except for his megalomania, and he gets like a tiny scar on his face and thinks he's ruined And then it's like, I need to cover this monstrosity up. Give me a mask as soon as possible. Wait, it's not cold yet. No.
Please.
No, I need the mask.
Hamburger
It's the only
sound.
mask.
All I gotta say is when he's putting on the mask, please tell me the techno monks look like a bunch of ravers from the late '90s.
Man,
no, they look like typical.
Oh
Tibetan
man,
monks,
I want
but
that to be canon so bad. I just want a bunch of like raving goth kids just with glow sticks around Doom as he puts his fucking armor on. Just neon and black lights. It just looks like Hot Topic threw up on the panel.
He puts on his mask just as the drop of Darude's Sandstorm hits.
Hey, it is the early 2000s, so
I'm right. There you go.
yeah. Well, what Books of Doom? What year did Books of Doom come out? Books of Doom came out in 2006.
Okay, so he's listening to dubstep.
Yeah, so it is. Yeah, it's dubstep. It's fine. So you got dubstep playing in the background as he's putting his mask on for the first time, and he's like, "Ah, I'm afraid."
Yeah.
His screams are right before the drop.
All right, so anyway, the Books of Doom flesh out his backstory. Like they give us finally like what we are supposed to consider the definitive backstory.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, there's a twist at the end, and I don't want to give away too much, but it's left up to the reader to decide kind of like whether or not this is true or this is not true.
yeah, they present an entire narrative, and they're like, you can take what you want from this, and what you believe to be true is true for you.
Yeah,
The reader.
Like, that's one of the reasons why I thought that book was so good, and it is. Listen, if we don't give you guys a definitive reading list at the end of this, the takeaway you need to take from this is go read the Books of Doom.
Books of Doom is the most important series in the history of Doom's lineage as a comic book character.
Yes. Well, that and Secret Wars, kind of, but
Both
yeah.
Secret Wars.
Yeah, both Secret. Well, we're gonna get into Secret Wars. So, like I said, Books of Doom fleshes out, the fact that he worked for the American government, the fact that Richard, like I said, he had a rivalry with Richards from the very
Reed
beginning.
Richards,
like,
Mr. Fantastic, right? Yeah.
Yes, Reed
Yeah.
Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Exactly.
Also, the fact that Doom awarded himself his own doctors.
Yeah, he called himself a doctor because Reed Richards was a doctor.
Yeah.
And no college wanted some weird metal face guy in their
He
classroom.
could.
Well,
It was
that's the thing.
2006. He could have gone to an online university.
No, that's it. He goes into hiding in these Tibetan fucking mountains for years. And, so he reforges his armor, he balances his chi, whatever the fuck you do in temples. And so he's like, okay, I'm good. Let's focus on the future. It's been 3 years of training. Let's build some televisions, see what's going on in the world. So he builds himself 50 televisions broadcasting at once, Ozymandias style. And what he sees is a whole bunch of interviews with Dr. Reed Richards.
Yeah. This is really what happened.
It is. Yeah. And the thing is it just shows the sound bites rattling around in Doom's brain, and it's like Reed Richards, known in some scientific circles to possibly be the smartest man in the planet, if not the universe.
Oh my God!
Dr. Reed Richards.
Does that
Dr. Reed Richards. Dr. Reed Richards.
does
Dr.
that put his
Richards.
britches
I
in
shall
a bunch?
be Dr. Doom!
What do you think is worth more? A doctorate you gave yourself from a fake country,
Yeah. It's a real country.
Real country.
or a degree from DeVry? I can say that 3 out of the 4 of us went there.
I'm just.
Hey, if you guys had went to DeVry Iberia, you guys would be way ahead of where you are now.
I'm just thinking now. I'm just glad we're having this conversation because now I know if I ever go and get my medical checkup and it's Dr. Doom, I know that he's not a licensed doctor. There you go.
Listen, he can't prescribe you any type of medication, guys. He can do everything else. He can't prescribe you medication.
He can develop, invent, and inject the medicine into you. He just cannot give you a legal prescription. It will not stop him.
I don't
He
want.
will inject that medicine if
I
he
don't
wants
think.
to.
I don't think I want pills from a metal faced man.
You
in a
think you
green
have
leotard.
you think you have a choice? If Doom wants you to have those pills, you will have those pills.
Or not for nothing. Getting medical marijuana from Dr. Doom sounds pretty fucking awesome.
That's why his cape is green.
I'm pretty sure he just works the local dispensary.
Ironically,
Bro, I'm the fucking dictator Ladvarian.
We got some real chronic up there, yo.
Yeah. What's Latveria, man? Wait, what did I say? Wait, who are you?
Where am I?
I don't know. My name's Mark. What's your name? Doom.
The ironic part about the whole cape thing is like you actually even find out where he gets the cape from.
Yeah, you see, yes,
yeah,
you do.
like you find out where he gets the cape from. You find out the fact of how he falls in love with this girl Valeria, and that's an important name to mention because it kind of is one of his weird obsessions.
It is, but yeah, I see where you're going at. I'll save it for later. It's in my memory bank, but it would be a weird tangent now. I will bring you back to where you're going for this.
Well, that's exactly where I'm going with. So, Books of Doom comes out, and then they continue to flesh him out more and more. He goes through a bunch of things, and then Sue Storm gets pregnant, and now
for
obviously
the second time.
For the second time, this is it. Well, technically, that's just
a third time.
Third pregnancy.
I realized as soon as I said it, and I felt insensitive to a fictional character.
Yes. So this is her third pregnancy. So she gives birth to. She has her first pregnancy is very difficult. She doesn't give birth to the baby, stillborn, all that mess. Real sad. So then she gives birth to Franklin Richards, which is, for those of you who don't know, is
the most powerful person in the entire universe.
Pretty much, like he is. At the age of like 5, able to create universes and pocket dimensions and stuff like that. He is considered the Omega of Omega mutants.
Oh, he's like the baby from Incredibles.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but his baby has to go through really like a lot of racial shit because the thing is that their baby is not just a mutant because they went through the radioactive fucking field. They actually
the cosmic rays. Excuse you.
Sorry. Thank you. Actually. I was trying to find the words. I blanked for a second. No, but they're not just mutants in that sense. They actually have the X gene. Their children are mutants. At least one of them. At least Franklin.
Yeah. Well, at least we don't know Valeria yet, but she hasn't developed any mutant powers.
Well.
Oh, well. Sorry. Spoiler alert.
No. It's not a spoiler. It's debate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. Well, in either case, so. Then she gets pregnant to again for the third time, and here's the thing, by some difficult fucking time travel bullshit, some shit like that, she's pregnant with her first pregnancy again.
Her first?
But
yes.
Not the craziest pregnancy story I've heard on this podcast.
No, it's not. I just forgotten.
Yeah. So this is technically, she is now rehaving her first pregnancy due to time travel bullshit. Reed is off somewhere. They don't have help from Reed, and she's going through the same shit that she went through that first time again. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm asking. I'm not trying to correct you. Like, wasn't Reed there, and couldn't he just not figure it out?
Are you sure? I thought Johnny was the one who asked Doom to help.
I think you might be right about who asked for help, but like I feel like Reed was there. I don't want to. Now I'm blanking, and I hate being put on the spot like that. But the point is that Doom saved the day.
Yeah, they actually go to Dr. Doom to get help with this pregnancy. They don't want this child to die.
Of course not. The Fantastic Four are family above all else.
Yes, and Doom agrees.
With only one stipulation, one simple little caveat.
All he wants is to be able to name the child.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's born a girl, and he names her Valeria. Like, I don't know. I think that's very altruistic, but at the same time, I feel like there's some kind of alternate motivation in there.
Of course there is. His mortal enemy's daughter is named after him. The person that, has tried to ruin him and despises him. No, it is a victory flag. But also, he feels genuine love for this girl.
Which is one of the more interesting parts of that character. Like, he treats her
like
a
his own daughter.
goddaughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, goddaughter's right too, though. But you're right. Like his own daughter, but also there is that distance. He treats her like a goddaughter.
Yeah. No, and it's really great to see the dynamic between the two of them because, as you know, characters age quickly. Valeria, I think she's like 12 at this point, or 13 at this point.
She's like 14 or 15.
Is she 14 or 15
they
now?
went through a time skip because of time dilation in
Right.
the post Secret Wars era.
Right.
I think Franklin's like 18 now or something like that.
Maybe I haven't read the current
He-
Penguin one. I
he's at
should.
least-
though.
time
Yeah, he's at
dilation?
least that's actually a real thing that has been proven in
Yeah,
real
so-
life.
When you go near a black hole, technically due to the pull of gravity,
this.
time itself moves different. And the Fantastic Four are explorers, so they've been all over the fucking place. Like they've been to
Right.
black holes, they've been through to other dimensions, other galaxies,
Other
other
universes.
universes.
Because even more than actual science would present. And,
exactly.
Yeah, and that's basically just what happened in that sense is that time is literally interwoven with space and gravitational anomalies affect it. So that's why time dilation is a real thing. We
that's
proved
right.
it when
Yeah.
we made GPS as a thing.
Yeah.
Because if we did not account for time dilation between the time that signals went from Earth to space to the satellites and from the satellites back to Earth, GPS just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Hey,
Fun fact.
yeah,
For the
fun-
layman's
fun-
guide to the multiverse.
hey, layman's guide to our universe in this sense. But yeah, there you go. Little fun fact.
Well, so he saves Valeria, treats her like a goddaughter to him. You know, they have and not only that, but ironically enough, the kids actually take to Doom. Franklin and Valeria,
Valeria mostly.
Valeria mostly, they kind of trust him in a really weird way, and that's kind of where like he goes from being just this specific villain to being like a more fleshed out character where now you're seeing like more of his human side, not just the fucking face armor.
That's true.
Um,
And to finish it out, we really have to talk about what happened after the sequel to Secret Wars. Just the second Secret Wars, I guess. Secret
Yeah,
Wars
that'll be-
2015.
Well, that's what I'm kind of building up to, because so now you've got Doom as a fully fleshed out character as part of the Fantastic Four storyline, but at the same time, he's still a villain to like the rest of the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that
because
he has, I'm sorry, go ahead, Doug.
No, I was just going to say, he's seen as a villain to the rest of the universe who has not seen what the reader has been able to see. Throughout two storylines I wanted to talk about, mostly Doom War, and also going into a storyline that happened post 2015 Secret Wars. But may I suggest a brief break, and then we come back, we talk about those final three things. Doom Wars, Secret Wars 2015, and where Doom's at now and after Secret Wars.
It sounds like a plan.
All right, this is the
We'll be
latest guide
back.
to the multiverse, and we are dooming it up.
Memories make me wanna go back there. All right, and we're back again. Okay, so we have gone into more depth into his backstory, talked about Valeria. Yeah, so where do we go from here, guys?
Africa.
I bless the rains down in Africa.
I'm so mad. So
Hey,
mad.
hey! It is illegal to speak the national anthem of
I thought it
Latveria.
was from Alone Down Under. Oh wait, wrong continent.
It was licensed by Doom, under Doom,
Yeah.
because of Doom.
What accent is this?
I don't know.
Okay, so Doom War. This is the comic book that introduced the concept that Doom is not a villain. I'm sorry. What is Doom, Paulo?
A hero.
You're close. The
Doom,
answer.
Doom is the savior to all.
Even closer. The answer is Doom is all.
You mean the stuff
That-
I clean
that
my
is-
bathroom with?
Sometimes.
I mean, my laundry?
So Doom has struggled since childhood to save his mother, who was a sorceress, who was trapped in hell.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Do you know who hates it more? Doom. Because it kind of stole his mother, destroyed his life, and also, hey, there's an ethereal, like, morally ambiguous, like, force that is in charge of torturing my mother for eternity. So, what will Doom not abide, Paulo?
I don't remember what Doom does not abide. I don't think he abides anything, to be honest with you.
Doom abides nothing that interferes with Doom. And he will save his mother at all costs. Now, that was his motivation growing up. That caused the big accident with him and Reed Richards, that caused the accident that he blamed Reed Richards on. Where he tried to merge science and mysticism to save his mother from hell, from a demon that she made a pact with that had doomed her soul and killed a bunch of innocent people. Doom goes to save her because I told you earlier, Doom's only loved 2 women in his life. Valeria
And his mama.
and his mama.
Doom is the epitome of a mama's boy, let's be honest here.
mama.
Oh, God, I hate you. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, that also really ruined. I was going to go like he remembers his mother from the womb and you said not the mama, and I'm just like, that made everything more distasteful somehow. No, but that is how it works. Is Doom's mom dalliance with demons and has,
I don't know. Tell me more.
I was going to say she has danced through the infernal and created a life for herself, her family, and her offspring that is basically intertwined by damnation.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the root word. I gotcha. So, he goes to save his mother, and he does. He succeeds. But the thing is, Doom doesn't stop, and everyone kind of were like, hey, Victor, wasn't that your, goal? Like, your overriding, life agenda? And he's like, no. And he's like, oh, well, shit, what is? Making humanity survive.
Okay.
So he's like, okay, how do you do that? By being Doom.
He's going to save
And-
humanity with a name like Doom.
That's the point, man. That's what he wants to do. Doom's motivations are to be pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to be humanity's savior. He believes he's the only one who can do it. He's pretty much all about just being everything that humanity needs and nothing more.
Yeah. And nothing less.
Nothing less. Yeah, that less is the better word to use.
Yeah.
So what happens in Doom Wars, Doug? That sets this up.
Okay, so there is a regional political conflict of resources between Latveria and Wakanda. Wakanda being one of the most technologically advanced nations on Earth, if not the, and also being the most resource rich country in the world because of their huge stockpile of vibranium. And Doom's like, with that vibranium, I could do a lot of shit.
I can get a lot of things done.
Mm-hmm.
I can make a lot of Legos out of these.
But
It's all about the Legos.
the thing is unlike most other heroes, Black Panther also has a history in science and magic.
Does he have a science and magic? I didn't realize that.
He talks to a panther ghost and is
Fine,
powered by
fine,
technology. Like,
fine.
I'm sorry, how do you not get that? That
Fine,
is
that's very specific.
yeah. I'm like, he is the most specific example of science and supernatural blending. I'm sorry, Paulo. That's
That's
disappointment.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right,
It's
we'll
fine.
get over this. We'll talk about this in council. Anyway, so Doom enacts a plan where he deals with, like, okay, so I've already decided what this is going to happen. How do I make it happen fluidly? And he goes into international negotiations with T'Challa, Black Panther, and he basically is just doing this as a facade, a political facade, to keep him busy and keep him distracted so that he can break into Wakanda's vibranium stores. And vibranium in Wakanda has a 3-lock mechanism. I don't remember what the first lock is, but it's technological and something that Doom is just like, done.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. I can do this.
The second lock was something that required like some masterpiece of lockpicking, finesse, knowledge, and agility. And I'm a little questionable of this, but they decided to give that to Storm because Storm Aurora Monroe was married to Black Panther at the time.
That's right.
And
That
she
was the thing. She was
Yeah.
Queen of Wakanda.
She was Queen of Wakanda. And they decided to give that to her. And Doom threatened her with, obviously, things she couldn't, live with. And she agreed to help him. And she picked the second of the 3 major locks. I'm still not quite sure how it worked. But something that Doom couldn't do, she could do. So Doom's just like, Doom can't not do anything. I can do this if I just use her. So that's what happened. The third test, though, was a test with the Panther God, the god that gives Black Panther his powers. The Black Panther being a mantle that is passed down throughout the ages, from generation to generation. The Panther God is a real mystical being. And the third lock to the vault was to present yourself naked to the Panther God. And naked not just meant literal, but also metaphorical. Like, give up pretensions, bare your soul to the Panther God. And if the Panther God saw that you were genuine, he could not stop you. And that was the final defense mechanism on Wakanda's vibranium deposits. And what Doom showed the Panther God was that Doom has spent his life looking into the future, trying to anticipate possible futures, and realize that he has viewed thousands of futures. And the only future in which he did not see mankind going extinct was the future in which he enacted global dictatorship upon the globe. And that was the one reality in which humanity survived. And the Panther God searched his soul and went, well, fuck, this guy's telling the truth.
This guy's all about that.
Damn.
Yeah. This is what he saw. This guy believes this shit. Well, that was my job. He proved the test. He's being real.
It's done and done.
Fuck you, T'Challa. If you want to,
Wow.
yeah. If you want to protect this medal, you better get your ass over here because he about to walk away with it.
I just like that Doom is like, yo, I want to do something globally on a global scale, and the Panther's like, yup, that checks out.
I mean, that's what happened. I mean, it's just part of like what happens in that story, but that's just like one of those big examples of why Doom is such a fucking
Interesting character.
Yeah,
I would go as far as to say he's pretty metal.
He's
I mean,
he's a bad, interesting ass character.
we're gonna talk. There's one more topic I want to bring up, and it's kind of what has happened recently. So 2015, they decided they were going to revisit a Secret Wars crossover. And at this point, what they've done, it was done by Jonathan Hickman, and the lead into this is that the Marvel multiverse is falling apart. It's collapsing in on itself, like different
Convergence.
Convergence. A lot of that's a DC term, sir.
they both use the term, but then DC used it as a title, and Marvel's like, okay, well,
No, that's fine.
we'll figure out another way.
Yeah. So they all the Marvel universes, kind of all the different Marvel multiverses collapse in on each other.
No, the different
And-
Marvel universes, but the multiverse
Yes.
is at the
Fine,
Those are
fine,
words I'm
Edward.
I'm
God.
saying words.
Edward.
Yeah. Get it
So
right. Fucking
Doom,
Claude.
Doom figures out, all right, you know what? I am the only fucking person who can do this, who can fix this problem, who can save everyone. He does his research, figures out that the Molecule Man exists in every single one of these multiverses, and what they're doing is he's exploding to destroy each multiverse.
Universe.
So what he-
Jesus Christ.
Whatever.
Not whatever.
Get it right, God.
In
You're
either
both
case,
right.
Fucking
It's great.
uh,
You're both nerds. It's amazing. I love
he
you both.
convinces the Molecule Man and Doctor Strange to help him take the Beyonders' powers again. Well, not really the Beyonders, but these are like the race of people that the Beyonder comes from. The Beyonders, if you will.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think they're all shown to be roughly equivalent.
Beyondist.
These are the gods of the gods. He takes their powers, and the motherfucker recreates reality. Like, he takes everything that he can save from the different multiverses and puts it
Universe,
into one.
Jesus.
He puts it into one place, calls it Battle World, and rules over it as
With an iron fist.
well. No, the way he calls himself God Emperor Doom. Now, albeit it is an incredibly fucking presumptuous name, just fucking
I'm
douchey
sorry.
as fuck.
I'm sorry. Paulo, do you mean a fitting name?
Fine. Well, I mean, at this point, he is God in that universe. Like, nothing can fight him. Nothing can face him. Except the heroes that survived the explosion of the multiverse and crash into Battle World.
And even that's
I want to
questionable.
refer to
And
him
even
as
that's
El Presidente Doom. God Emperor's like a little over the top, I think.
Well, at this point, he's got this really sweet looking like white and silver suit. His armor is now like silver, and his cloak is white.
Ooh, nice.
It looks
It-
really fucking nice.
It actually
but like,
does look really nice.
it looks really fucking cool if you look it up. But needless
What
to
is
say,
happening?
like, I don't
Someone's
know
got
in
a
the
bag of
background
chips,
what's going
I
on.
think.
Yes. Well, in either case, so Doom rules over it with an iron fist. He's got Doctor Strange as his like sheriff, like his in command. He's got the Thor corpse
He's got.
as like his police force. Like he
Have you
pretty much
seen-
saved this.
Have
Go
you
ahead.
seen Doctor Strange's mustache? Of course he's the sheriff. It's Stevie Weird over there. Look at
Stevie
In either
Weird.
case,
I
like
like it.
he has this massive showdown where he ends up like the heroes who survive, like they think Doom is like just kind of taking over the reality, and like one of the main heroes who survives is Reed Richards, but his family is now with Doom. So like Susan is Doom's wife. The kids are
Doom's
kids, and Johnny Storm and the Thing are Johnny Storm is the son for Battle World, and if I remember correctly, the Thing is the wall that protects pretty much the regular area of Battle World from the Marvel zombies that are living on their side of Doom World, so to
the
speak.
wall.
Yeah, of the wall. Really ridiculous storyline. Another recommended read because it kind of puts Marvel into where it's at now. But it also showcases like the level of ridiculous that Doom is. He's supposed to have started as a Fantastic Four villain, and now this guy is fucking God Emperor of what's left of the Marvel multiverse with all the powers of a god. T'Challa goes to fight him, okay? T'Challa goes to fight him with an Infinity Gauntlet. T'Challa, Black Panther, obviously. And he goes to fight him with an Infinity Gauntlet, and Doom's just like, what the fuck are you doing? That's a fucking toy here. I'm God, and you can't do anything with that to me.
Dang.
And he proceeds to beat the shit out of him. Just fucking pounds him into the ground. But the problem was it was all a fucking distraction so that Reed could get to the Molecule Man and try to convince the Molecule Man that, hey, you know what? Maybe I could have done this better. And then they have their final showdown where the Molecule Man is just like, you know what? All right, fine. Let's see who can do it better. And he depowers Dr. Doom. And so now Doom is just fighting as Doom versus Reed Richards.
That's not quite what happened.
Well, no, he depowers him so that they can fight
he
each
does,
other.
but no, he depowers him because of what Doom says during the fight.
Oh, no. He depowered him before. So they were, I reread, and the only reason I know is because I reread it recently because I wanted to have it fresh in my mind for this. They have a conversation where they need to decide who could have done it better, like who could have done it better.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So he convinces, the Molecule Man is convinced, he's like, all right, you know what? Let's see who can do it better. So he depowers Doom, and Doom and Richards throw down mano a mano, Stretch Armstrong to man in an iron suit. And the problem is Richards can't beat him. Doom beats himself by admitting that he thinks that Reed could have done it better.
Oh,
Yep. And so the Molecule Man is just like, fine. Gives the powers all to Reed. Reed fixes everything. But what Reed does is he fixes Doom's face. So he fixes Doom's face and leaves him. Like the last panel is you actually see Doom taking off his mask back in Latveria.
Mhm.
And he's handsome again.
That's a very the journey wasn't the trip, it was the friends we made along the way.
Sort of.
Yeah,
Sort of.
kinda.
Yeah, kind of. That makes a lot of sense. Like, there's a lot more that happens. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot more that goes into that. We gave you the too long didn't read version because this is just another example of why Doom could be such an interesting fucking villain for the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That, and I like to
Needless to
imagine
say-
the techno people put a little plate over his butt for the whole Ant-Man argument.
Doom
Well,
is
and
an answer for your antics.
Oh,
In
Jesus.
either case, so like that brings us to where Doom is now in the comics, where he actually for a little while took over the mantle of Iron Man from Tony Stark while Tony Stark was in a coma.
Healing coma.
And, yeah, healing coma. Where else have we heard that?
Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
I think Power Rangers. Green
Yes.
Ranger.
Oh,
Clearly.
isn't that what happened to Roseanne after she OD'd on opiates? She goes into a healing coma and then is back on the Connors, right?
Oh, man.
She never recovered.
Needless to say, Doom is a much more interesting character than Roseanne.
You know what? I don't care how long this takes. Shut the fuck up. Go into my homepage.
Look, I'm just
Doom is a much more interesting character
look.
than
How about
Roseanne. Quote apostrophe Paulo
Paulo
Betancourt.
Betancourt, 2019. That's his stance when he runs.
how about this? How about we meet a middle ground? How about they just reshoot all the original episodes of Roseanne, but John Goodman is dressed up like Doctor Doom the whole time?
Wait.
So dumb.
Was he
So
not?
So, like I said, I think my closing argument in all of this is just to kind of recap. And you guys have seen some of the ridiculous stuff that Doom has been through, the ridiculous things that he has done, and the fact that he is one of the biggest bads in the Marvel continuity, and he's just a human.
Just a
Drives me
dude.
insane. Like, he's just a dude in an iron suit who knows magic.
He's just a man in an iron mask.
Never say just with Doom.
Like, I feel like we could really actually have a character that you can have span through multiple movies, a villain that you can have that is a build up to something big at the end, that where you actually see him do things in the movies, as opposed to Thanos, who was just like, I'm gonna sit in a chair and smile. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna grab a gauntlet. I'm gonna say I do things my way now.
No, you're so right. Doom is a perfect third act. Okay, Thanos, Act 1. Skrulls, Act 2. You know, infiltration, Who can I trust? Etc. Etc. Act 3. Doom comes in, solves the problem in Act 2, figures out how to identify all the scrolls and shapeshifters. Public interest starts to lean towards him. Bam. He appears to the public to be the hero, but the heroes know he's the villain, and they have to figure out how to undermine him. That is a whole cinematic arc.
Yeah,
That could work.
I could see it. I could see it. I mean, like I said, in closing, just give Doom a chance.
Good night, everybody.
That is the single funny thing we've ever said on this show, and I stand by that.
If you have questions, a topic you would like us to cover, or wish to simply tell us all the facts we screwed up, feel free to contact us at laymansguidetothemultiverse@gmail.com. Also, feel free to visit our website at laymansguidetothemultiverse.com. Our intro music is Dance Rocket, off the album Descent of the Goober Monster by Jesse Spillane, and is licensed under an Attribution 4.0 International CC by 4.0 license off http://freemusicarchive.org. Our intermission music is Crinoline Dreams by Kevin MacLeod off incomptech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license, http://creativecommons.org/license/by/3.0/ and our outro music is Miami Nights Extended Theme, also by Kevin MacLeod, off incomptech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license, http://creativecommons.org/license/by/3.0/.